Right, guys. Oh, excuse me. Jeepers creepers. Sorry about that. I'm back. Right, guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today, we look at the penalty flag that ruined a player's career. Now, this video was created by KTO over 4 years ago now. On April the 8th, 2018. And look, I went through KTO's videos, I went through his most popular videos, and I thought, basically, I clicked on the ones that, you know, interested me and hopefully would interest you. And at the end of the day, I have basically, I clicked on the ones that I've got no idea what happened or how it happened or what we're going to see. It's 6.5 minutes long. It's the penalty flag that ruined a player's career. So you're telling me that a flag, and it's thrown, you know, penalty flags are thrown with velocity, I must admit. These guys, you know, these refs, especially the ones on the sideline, literally have their hand on a flag at all times, ready to throw it at a moment's notice. And in this case, apparently a flag went into a player's eye and he was blinded. And it ruined his career. Now that is a story that needs telling, and today we're going to tell it. Thanks, and let's get into it.
After the play, we have 2 fouls. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 11 of the...
Yeah, first the foul for unnecessary roughness for a player. The second foul is unnecessary roughness from the ref, surely.
Kicking team. Personal foul number 52 of the receiving team. Those penalties offset at the spot of the dead ball spot.
Bro, this guy's a fucking joke. He's mumbling, stumbling, and bumbling his words, just like I do sometimes. Does he know? Does he know what's happened? Does he know the extent of what's actually occurred? It seems as if he does. It seems as if there's a reason for his demeanor, you could say.
Jeff Triplett, longtime NFL referee, announced his retirement from officiating just about a month ago. If you couldn't tell from that opening video, he has definitely had his moments. It was reported that he may have retired due to his shaky performance during the Titans-Chiefs wildcard game. There was a play where Mariota was sacked and lost the ball, and Triplett ruled him down, even though the replay clearly showed that he lost the ball. Due to him blowing the whistle early on that play, it was non-reviewable. This call alone may haunt Chiefs fans for years to come, and will leave a dark stain on Triplett's career.
Well, this is back in 2018, and hey, the Chiefs have come a long way, actually. They're Super Bowl winners, let's be honest.
But something happened almost 2 decades ago that was much...
Don't tell me that this guy threw the flag that ruined a player's career.
...more devastating. In 1999, a flag that he threw ended up leaving a player hospitalized and out of football completely for years. So, before we get started, I gotta thank SeatGeek for sponsoring this video.
Look, mate, I'm really sorry, but yeah.
Use my promo code KTO at check, $20 off.
Hey, look, I tried to have a SeatGeek sponsorship myself. I mean, I actually do. I do still have a code. Maybe I should include that in these videos. I'm not sure how much money these creators actually expect to get from sponsorships, but it's not much.
First purchase. Alright, now let's dive into this video.
I've seen that before. Now that is Reed. Ed Reed. On a mission to cause carnage.
Football is a dangerous game, and when you think that, you think of the collisions, the dangerous hits. You don't really think of player-referee interactions to be that dangerous. And even if you thought about that, you'd probably imagine a player hurting a referee. Like that time Carlos Boozer punched a referee in celebration.
Oh shit! Okay, this is meant to be football, but oh mate, KTO, you've absolutely outdone yourself. Oh fuck! Bit of a gut punch. Talk about getting kicked in the guts. Oh my god!
Wristed that in.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It was a low blow too.
Boozer is a big dude, especially to that referee.
Bruh.
And Crawford, for the most part, shook it off. The incident with Jeff Triplett and Orlando Brown would have a much more disastrous outcome. Let me give you the setting.
Look, this is no laughing matter, and I really appreciate you setting the scene, KTO. I really appreciate it. Let's do it.
Nearing the end of the 1999 regular season, the Cleveland Browns are hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are insanely good at this point. They were 12-1 and well on their way to clinching the #1 seed in the
12-1?
AFC. The Browns...
Well, I'll tell you what, as a Jags fan, I don't mind hearing that.
Well, they're just trying
They're 2-1 at the moment in the 2022 season.
To get through their first season as an expansion team. It was 3rd and long early in the second quarter, and after a false start, Jeff Triplett blew the play dead. As he threw the flag, it was headed directly towards Orlando Brown's face. The flag made direct impact on his right eye. Immediately, Orlando Brown was in serious pain. The flag, which was weighted by pellets, had blinded his right eye.
Oh, weighted by pellets. Now, I didn't know that, but that might be the reasoning why the flags do fly with such velocity. Are flags weighted these days? Or was this the point in which they were not weighted? Oh my god. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, shit. A flag, right? A piece of fabric. Surely it's not going to do too much damage, but when it's actually weighted... And it most probably is. They're most probably weighted still.
Triplett tried to apologize right after since it was obviously incidental, but Orlando Brown was pissed. Brown is a big dude. He was even once asked to join the WWF, the 350-pound beast who was better known as Zeus around the...
Alright guys, there's players that are 6'7", but there's not many that are 350 pounds.
League was filled with rage, and he retaliated.
What does he do?
After he shoved the ref, his teammates ran up to hold him back, which would get him thrown out of the game and fined for shoving a referee. He also would be suspended indefinitely. But the fine and suspension were dropped once the NFL heard that Brown had been hospitalized for days, with doctors trying to save the vision in his right eye. The impact was devastating. Doctors limited what he could do exercise-wise, and he had to wear dark sunglasses at all times to protect
Don't tell me he was actually blinded.
his vision. It's actually a good thing that he was thrown out of the game. If he would have stayed in any longer, even a few more plays, it's quite possible he would have never regained vision in that eye. For a long time, Brown dealt with bleeding and swelling behind that eye. This injury would end up keeping him out for over 3 seasons, and not only that, but he was legally blind for most of those. The Browns had ended up releasing him the year after the injury, negating the final 5-year...
The NFL lifted its suspension of Brown in February 2000, and 7 months later, at the start of the season, Cleveland released Brown, negating the final 5 years of his 6-year, $27 million contract. What? How can they just release someone? Negating... What? Is it because of the suspension? That seems wrong to me. Anyway, let's continue.
Of his $27 million contract. He was losing a ton of money and fast, simply from being at the wrong place at the wrong time. As you'd expect, he would eventually sue the NFL. The lawsuit would eventually settle for $25 million, and he did get back into the NFL.
Okay, nice. Okay, so we got most of that contract money back. Hey, 25 million as opposed to 200. Well, what is that? 1/8. But he still got most of that money back, and that makes me feel good. Makes me feel good inside. And he did make it back into the NFL, and it seems as if he's got, well, both eyes working. Okay, this is not. It's not as tragic as what I was originally expecting. But let's see what happened.
Where he would play another 3 seasons. Unfortunately, even though he did play those few extra years in the league, his life would only get worse. He eventually got divorced. In 2009, he would be arrested with third-degree burglary and destruction of property of his ex-wife's house. And although these charges would be dropped, 2 years later, tragically, Orlando Brown was found dead in his apartment due to die.
He died? 360-pound tackle who in 1999 was accidentally hit in the eye with a penalty flag and missed 3 seasons because of the damage it caused, was found dead at his Baltimore home. He was 40. Firefighters were called about 11 a.m. Friday because Brown was unresponsive at his home near the Inner Harbour. Fire spokesman Battalion Chief Kevin Cartwright said he said Brown was dead when firefighters arrived. The cause of death was not known.
Diabetic complications. Orlando Brown was described by a
Diabetic
teammate as a big old puppy dog with a little bit of a bark. Pretty much all his former teammates and coaches loved him. And to turn things into a positive, his son, Orlando Brown Jr.
Please do.
Is entering the NFL draft this year. He was the blindside protector to Baker Mayfield and may very well be the best offensive tackle in this draft. To be struck in the eye with a flag is extremely unfortunate. There has been some other close calls.
Have a look at the weight. Look at the weight of those flags. Now I know how they, now I know how the flag actually flies with the velocity it does, is because it's weighted.
In particular in 2013,
that's some dangerous
actually
shit.
Getting struck in the eye as well. Luckily,
okay, so it's not the only time it's happened. What the bro?
Didn't have any major impact, and he returned to the field a few plays later. Look, referees make mistakes. It sucks when they throw a game. It's even worse when they put a player's health in danger. For me, I just prefer it when they mess up like this.
Unnecessary, after the play was over, unnecessary roughness on number 52. Excuse me a minute. I like it. Unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, number 92. 52. Unnecessary roughness on the receiving team, number 57. Those fouls offset. There's also a holding, number 92 on the return team. All those fouls offset at the spot of that foul. First down, Dallas.
Oh my god. I'm not even going to try and decipher what on earth happened there. But KTO, you've done it again. You've actually brought it round. You've gone from being telling an absolutely tragic story to getting me laughing like I never have before. Look, refs have millions of eyes on them, and they must realise that at the time, and that can sort of, I don't know, it can affect the way that the mind works. But look, that guy's got dementia, and he needs to retire. Either way, guys, thank you for watching. Once again, it's another video. Thanks, KTO. Thank you all. Head down into the description box below to check out various ways you can support the channel. If you have enjoyed it, please like it. If you want to subscribe for more, please do. If you want to become a member to get early access to videos just like this, please do. And with all that being said, that was the penalty flag that ruined a player's career. Unbelievable. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.